And I would like to introduce Kristin Weisenberger. She is a senior lecturer and artist at the Academy of Fine Arts Vienna in Austria. And she's here to share her design and research, and especially talk a little bit about fluidic remembrance and olfactory performatic action. So the topic of memory and olfaction already emerged a few times, and now we will have the opportunity to hear how Kristin is approaching it. So can we have her on the screen? Oh, I see Kristin. Hi, Kristin.
Oh, there you are. Hello, Kristin.
Oh, great to see you. It's evening. Okay, so okay, like the floor is yours. Fluidic remembrance.
Try to share my presentation. Okay.
Yes, we can see you.
Good. Yeah, so hello. My name is Kristin Weisenberger. I'm, as you said, an artist and also senior lecturer at the Academy of Fine Arts in Vienna, Austria. But I'm also part of an association called Pavilion 35, which is a group of creatives engaging in art and science projects. A little bit an overview about my practice. The main question driving my artistic practice is of how we are in exchange with the sphere of matter and organisms surrounding us. In doing so, I focus on the overlapping and relinking of so-called natural, technical, digital, and craft processes. I work with various living and non-living matter, and I also develop new materials such as anthropogenite, where the rock-forming minerals, mica, feldspar, and quartz are fused in a ceramic kiln to create an artificial man-made stone. But I also work with classic and experimental ceramics, bacterial cellulose, mushroom mycelium, or yeast. So my work is a lot about our interaction with matter or material, so short, the surrounding environment. And in this sense, working with smell or scent is particularly interesting, as our ability to interact with scent works completely different than with all other matter. I'm sure you discussed this. But in contrast to all other sensory impressions, the olfactory information from the nose reaches the cerebral cortex directly without first being switched in the thalamus, which is a filter that decides which information is so important for the organism at the moment that it is sent to the cerebral cortex and becomes conscious. Smell is, in that sense, however, outside of this filter of consciousness. So we perceive it differently from all other sensory stimuli. And so they are an independent category of sensory perception. Smells stay in our memory and can often take us back to long ago times or places. They create their own map of experiences and realities within us. And even in the context of matter or material, smell occupies an ambivalent position. On the one hand, it is ephemeral and fleeting, elusive and transient. It disappears like a breeze. Yet it is a disembodied object that strongly influences us. It flatters, warns, and manipulates, transforms and heals. So I created a performative and participative action to include scent in my installative work. I always work with a group of participants who are invited to take part in a distillation process of a scent of the moment and place. As special scents always stay in our memory, a collectively created smell should generate some kind of fluid sculpture of remembering within the particular group. At the beginning of the action, I try to create a certain mood or spin in the group using text, the singing of a song, or the reciting of a poem. Then we go on a walk together or alone, where everyone collects plants or other smelling materials or materials with symbolic characters, such as hair or the wing of an insect. We meet again in the installation, which includes a steam distillery. In this example, the spatial artwork was as the olfactory sculpture based on the mapping of the meadow and social space surrounding the gallery in Vienna. All materials are crushed in a blender to break them up and get as much flavor as possible. Then I start the steam distillation with the crushed materials, and slowly a smelling liquid drips through hoses or sometimes directly into ceramics or objects of the installation. A scent of the moment, of the place, and of togetherness emerges. And yeah, I always fill parts of this liquid in small glass flasks that the partakers and visitors can take home with them and maybe smell from time to time on them and remember this particular event. So yeah, that's a short presentation of this work.
Thank you, Kristin, for sharing your work with us. I hope we will be able someday in the future to experience this in real life and make this essential oils with you.